Hello guys, so today we are going to see another Leetcode problem, right? So the problem is last stone weight. So in this, first let's go through the problem statement, what exactly is required to be solved in this problem. So basically what we have been given is like an array, and this array, what it represents the value in this array, it represents the weight of stone, right? So 7 is the weight of a stone. Similarly, 8 is a weight of stone. So all these values which are given here, they are the weight of the stones. Now, what we have to do basically, it's a game which is in which two players are playing, right? So this is the first player, right? So how it is this game is being played, it's like you have to pick the two heaviest stone from the given ones and smash them together, right? So the first player, what he will do, he will pick two heaviest stones, that will be 8 and 7 in this case. He will pick them up and smash them together, right? So what it will result in another stone. So when the first player will smash them, so basically there are two situations which can arise. Either both are of same weight, so the resulting, what will happen, the resulting stone will be of 0 because they will cancel out each other. Second, when the value is non-zero, right? When we smash them, the weight of the new stone is non-zero, right? So how the weight of this new stone is evaluated? So that is actually evaluated like by subtracting the weight of these two unequal weights. So that will be mod of, right, weight of first stone minus weight of second stone, right? So that's how we actually evaluate the weight of the new stone that we will be getting. So yeah, this is what the problem statement is about. So if you want to go through one iteration, like how it will look like, so it will be something like this. So since the first user is actually picking up the two heaviest stone, that will be 7 and 8 in this case. When we smash them together, the resulting stone, right, the resulting stone's weight will be of mod of x minus y. That will be mod of 7 minus 8, that will be 1, right? So our new stone that is formed, this stone, it is of size weight, it is of weight 1, sorry. So now what we have to do, our resulting array right now will be of size 2, 4, 1, 1, and this new value that we have received, right? So 1. So this is our new array. Now what we have to do, now it's the turn of the second player, right? So this is our second player. Now what he will do, he will pick the two heaviest stone, right, and smash them together, and we will evaluate the mod of 2 minus 4, that will be 2, right? So 2 is the weight of our new stone, this one, right? So what will happen now, we will have a new array in which we have this 2 of new size and 1 1 1 from the existing one. So we will keep on doing this again. There will be the turn of first player again, right? Turn of first player again, he will play, and that's how we will be keep on evaluating it. So there are two ways to solve this problem. First way is like using an array, right? First way is using an array, and second is using max heap, right? So these are the two ways with which we can actually solve it. So if we go with the in this problem, in this approach, we are going to actually discuss the max heap way. In array, basically what you have to do, you have to sort the array, then pick the two largest stone weight and then reevaluate on the array and keep on sorting the array. Like this you will be able to actually solve the problem. But in this video we are going to discuss the max heap approach. So do it via max heap. What we have to do is like we have max heap, right? So what max heap does, it actually gives us the data, right? If it is a max heap, so it will return us the maximum value, it will return us the maximum value from the heap. Of all the values, it will return us the maximum value. Now in our case, let us assume, right, so in our case what we have been given, in our case we have given values like 2 7 4 1, 8 and 1, right? These are the values. So at any time, right, since the heap that we are creating will be of max heap, right? Since it is a max heap, so at any time if you will pop any element from this heap at this moment, so it will return you the maximum value. So in this heap we have the maximum value of size of value 8, so we are getting 8. Once that value is removed, again if we pop from this heap, the maximum value present is 7, right? So we will be getting 7. When we pick these two elements, we have to do the subtraction, right? What we have to do is like the mod of 8 minus 7, we will be getting 1, and again we have to insert this one in the heap, right? And certainly we have to we have to put certain conditions, like when you pick the first element, right, while picking out another element from the heap, before that you have to put a condition to see whether there is an element in the heap or not, right? There is no element, then you have to just return the first element in itself, like it will be the answer, right? So there are certain check we have to put, and that will be seeing in the coding section. So as we discussed earlier, right, so we have to create a heap. Now in case of Java, how we can actually create a heap? So there is in collection we have priority queue. By default, if you without passing any parameter to this heap, right, if you create it, it will be a min heap by default. But if you want to create a max heap, you have to pass this collection dot reverse order. It tells basically it decides the sorting order in which your priority queue will be created, right? So we have created a max heap here with the help of this, right? Now what we have to do initially, whatsoever the stones weight we have been given, that is 27181, right? So you have to put this in the heap. So our heap is created, so we are at this stage where we are max heap is created at this moment. Now what we have to do is like we have to initialize, we are taking the two stones. Let's say this is the turn of the first player, so at each turn what will we do, we will be picking two stones. So this is the first stone, this is the second stone. Initially we have initialized them with 0 value. So now what we will do is we will keep on iterating over our heap, right, until and unless there is one or none element left in our heap, right? So that's what we are checking for. Until our heap becomes empty, we have to keep on looping through it, right? So here what we are doing, we are picking up the value of the first highest stone, right? So here we are taking the first highest stone, so in this case like we will be getting 8, so we have got 8 here, right? And then before polling another element, as I mentioned, we have to put a check to see whether there is another element left in the heap or not. So that's what we are checking here. If there is no stone left, like, so this is the only element, then we are just simply returning, so that will be our answer. But let us assume like there are more than one element present in the heap, so then we are picking out the second stone also. So once we have picked up second stone, then we are calculating their difference. So what's the difference between the first stone and the second stone? Here we don't need to actually put the mod, because if you think logically, the first stone that we have picked from max heap, so this value will always be greater than this one, or it will be equal to this one, right? So that's how there is no need to actually use that mod here. So first of all, we are checking here if the weight difference, whatsoever the difference we have done, if it is non-zero. If it is non-zero, we are coming here and we are putting it in the heap for the further calculation, right? But let us assume like our weight difference is 0, right? In that case, we have to check whether is there any other element in the heap for further calculation or not, right? So if our heap is not empty, we will just continue it, we don't have to do anything. But if our heap is empty, right, so let us assume like there is no element in the heap and the difference comes to be 0, so this 0 will be our answer, right? So that's how we have to actually write the code.